Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Happy Sunday. I thought I would go and just do a cute little impromptu live on this Sunday evening. Just talk about a few hot topics. And first things first, it's your girl, the Brooke Ashley. I hope you guys are well. Feel free, guys, drop in the comments and make sure to like the video. Helps me with the algorithm. But I just thought I would stop by on today and just talk about a few things going on. Now, before we get started, I want to say thank you to everybody who came out and watched the live show, Campfire After Dark. We had a phenomenal time. Y'all looked beautiful. We had a gorgeous crowd, honey. You guys stepped, honey. I mean, the green room 42 saw such beauty. It was a pleasure meeting all of y'all. And shout out to the subscribers who went to the last two shows. I remembered y'all, remembered names. It was just good to see y'all. Thank you guys. I mean, the love that I felt, the way you guys poured into me on Friday night, I'm still on cloud nine. I had the best time. I hope you guys have fun. Hey, y'all, come on in. We have Germany in the house. Yes. Come on in, okay? But yes, Friday night was a key. We spilled some tea, and just the love that I felt. I can't wait for the next live show. I just had the best time. Like, y'all were so sweet. Like, oh my, and then a lot of y'all met my mom. My mom comes with me pretty much to everything. A lot of times, my mom is my plus one. That's my girl. Y'all met my mother. I mean, I told y'all, isn't she beautiful? Stunning, right? But yeah, we had the best time. She had a great time meeting you guys. Oh, y'all, I'm still on cloud nine. Like I said, I had such an amazing time. Y'all, I'm serious. Do not miss the next live show, okay? It's going to be lit. We have a good old time. But yes, shout out to Campfire. I had the best time opening up for him for a third time. The show was phenomenal. Yes, y'all, come on in. Oh, thank you so much. Thank y'all. Hey, y'all, come on in. You were great, Brooke, and look snatched. Thank you. I had to look good for y'all, okay? Listen, honey, I was in that gym extra hard, okay? On that elliptical, making sure that I was super snatched for the live show. Yes, come on in. Hey, how are y'all doing? How are y'all doing? Come on in. How much are tickets to the live show? Oh, I don't even know. I don't want to quote and say the wrong price. I don't know. So for all my folks though who did go to the live show, can you drop down, I guess, the ticket prices for people who want to go to the next show? But yes, I don't even want to tell you the wrong price. Yes, come on in. Oh, your best friend. Hey, Brooke, I was so sad to miss it, but my best friend got married on the 21st. Well, congrats to your best friend. That's awesome. And there will be more live shows, so don't worry. Do not worry. Don't worry. Oh my gosh, I got to meet you. Oh my gosh, yes. Listen, I had the best time meeting you. Just you really don't understand. Y'all have me crying at the meet and greet. Like, I was so emotional. It was so good to see y'all. Everybody, y'all all look beautiful. Just thank you for coming. Brooke, I'm heading to the gym on the elliptical now. I know that's right. Exactly, honey. Get that 45 minutes in. Body is going to be snatched, okay? Come on in. Oh, thank you guys so much. Thank y'all. Come on in. You caught the show via live stream. Yes, I hope you had a good time. I hope you enjoyed. I really hope you enjoyed. I feel like the time just flew by. You need to come to London so we can physically meet you. Okay, listen, I'm down for it. I am down for it. I will gladly come to London. Okay, we can listen, y'all, and everybody knows we had a nice key. We were talking. I talked to everybody. I made sure that you did not leave without talking. Like, my mom was talking to y'all. Like, it was just we did all the pictures. And okay, now you know my feet were killing me at the end, but shout out to Rahina. She was like, Brooke, if your feet are hurting you, put your Uggs on and take the picture with me. I said, no, I'm a professional. I'm keeping my Louboutins on the entire time, okay? I want to have the best pictures with everybody. Child, come come to Houston, friend, do a tour. Oh, I would love to come to Houston. Okay, you know what? I got you. I'm gonna come to Houston and Dallas. That bracelet was everything. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I had to bring the big boys out, honey, for the show. Ciao. Oh, thank y'all so much. Hi, Brooke. I love your recaps. Thank you. Hello, Brooke. I never watch any of these shows, but I love your reviews. I don't miss any of them. Thank you. That means a lot. I so did. I also went to the London show back in December. You definitely need to come to the UK, Brooke. Oh, I will. Oh. I know the London show was lit because Kempire was like, oh my gosh, we had a time. I know you guys did. So we'll London, I got you. Okay. It's gonna be in the works. I saw Chris's IG story and I was dead when you said Karen can go under the jail. I'm so sick of Karen. I'm so sick of Karen. Oh, well, speaking of Karen, I know it's not in the title, but it's breaking news. Did you guys see that the Washington Post just confirmed that Karen actually has 4 DUIs? So Karen is going to jail, like 4 DUIs. And for her to get up on that first part of this reunion and say, I don't have a problem with alcohol, 4 DUIs, ma'am, there's something wrong. Something is not right. You do have an issue. I said, damn, girl, it's bad enough that you have 2 DUIs, but the Washington Post confirmed that you actually have 4. And shout out again to Kempire because he just broke the story on it that you have 4. That's crazy to me. That's wild. And you've been sitting here since season 1, episode 1, perched like you are the queen of Potomac and the queen of etiquette and manners. But meanwhile, back at the ranch, you have 4 DUIs? No, ma'am. No, Karen couldn't tell me anything. Karen could not even give me the directions across the street. I've lost all respect for Karen. What she did in that video, disregarding Wendy, I have no words for that. But then finding out that it's her 4th DUI, absolutely not. That's shameful. And I don't understand why she keeps getting behind that wheel drunk. That makes no sense. They told us she went to rehab before and she was the town drunk. Yeah, Cherise said it. Cherise Jackson Jordan has been telling us that Karen is a drunk. She did a podcast a few years ago after she left the show and said, we all know it. It's an open secret. Karen goes down to that bar. She falls off the bar stools and she's there hitting on men half her age. And she's the laughingstock of Potomac. So for her to act like she's the mayor of Potomac or the Grand Dame is laughable. But I knew Karen was full of it when she tried to say that she was doing so well, but we saw that dated home and then we saw those dated purses. She came on with that Tory Burch beach bag that was from the outlet and tried to sell us that she was so wealthy. I said, no, ma'am. And it's no shade. Shout out to Tory Burch. But girl, where is the Fendi? Where's the Louis? Where's the Gucci? Where's the Prada? Where's the Chanel? We didn't see that until we got to season 3 when those checks finally started getting bigger. I had Karen's number from the beginning. I was not fooled one bit. And a lot of the audience members weren't that fooled either, because remember, the season 1 reunion, one of the viewers' questions were, girl, if you're so rich, why are you in a dated home with a white refrigerator, but yet you have so much money? And remember, she got mad. She was like, well, I paid $10,000 a month to live here and you guys could never. And then the next season, she moved. So miss me with all that about, Karen is so upper echelon. It's always been fraudulent with her, always. We've never gotten the truth. And if we're being honest, Karen, and I said this before in a previous recap, when you really think about it, Karen is an older Mia. Karen has lied as well. The thing with Karen is that she's more charismatic and she's a bit more charming and engaging. And that's why the fans have overlooked her piss poor behavior and her lies. But Mia is so Mia's lowbrow, but it doesn't translate. So that's why she gets whacked all the time about her lies. But Karen is just like Mia, just an older version. But she's been able to slide by because people like her so much. But she's a fraud too. Just saying. I wanted to read the super chat. Hey, Tori N, thank you for the super chat. A little jail time, rehab, and AA will get her together. I agree. Let me go back and see what other stuff Sharice told. Child, a mess. Sharice has been saying that Karen is the drunk. And folks were like, well, Sharice is bitter and Sharice is just mad that she's not on the show. And the whole time Sharice was telling the truth. But also, it shows you the importance of likability, and it shows you how powerful it is, because when people like you, they will overlook your lies. And when people don't like you, even if you are telling the truth, they will still dismiss you, because Sharice was telling the truth the whole time, but folks did not like her, so they dismissed her. And because people love Karen so much, they love this character that she's created, it was easy for them to overlook her lies. But it's the power of likability. And Karen had that on her side for quite some time. But now the veil has been lifted, and even her fans have turned on her. A mess. Karen is a bigger fraud than she says Juan and Robin's marriage. Yeah, I agree. That's why she went so hard on them all the time, because she knew the skeletons in her closet. Do you ever think Bravo will have Sharice back full time again? I don't know. I don't think so. I just don't think that Sharice, and it's no shade, everybody's just not cut out for reality TV. I don't think that Sharice made for amazing television. She was a bit stale. I think that she tried way too hard in the first season. It didn't translate. I don't think that Sharice really has that it factor, if that makes sense. And again, my opinion, I'm not saying that my opinions are the gospel truth, but just my 2 cents. I don't know if they'll ever hire her back full time, maybe part time. The only way I could see them hiring her full time is if they want somebody to confront Karen about how she's always lied and about how she's always been a drunk. That's the only way that I could see Sharice back on, is to be a foil for Karen. But if we're just, if we want Sharice back based on her life and, what she has going on, I don't think that anybody cares. She could only be brought back to be a disruptor to Karen, in my opinion. Oh, you say, yeah, she was dry, even her voice. Child. Sharice is not that likable despite her telling the truth. She's had so many chances. Yeah, I agree. Please don't bring back Robin. They just might. Well, I could see that. I could definitely see that. I won't be surprised if Robin comes back. If not next season, I could see her coming back season 11. Do you think they'll hold off on filming season 10 till she's released like they did Teresa? Oh, yeah, I think so, because they want that footage of her fresh out of jail. So yeah, I could see that. If Karen gets 6 months, because her sentencing is this Wednesday, correct? The 26th? So yeah, if she's sentenced to a few months in jail, I can definitely see production holding everything up and waiting for her, because they want that footage of her fresh out the jailhouse. This is a major storyline. And this provides a storyline for pretty much everybody on the cast. So yeah, they most likely, in my opinion, they will hold off on filming if Karen is sent to jail. Brooke, would you want Candace back on the show? I want Candace back on the show, but only if it makes sense. Because Candace has stated time and time again that this show has brought her so much turmoil, so much anxiety. So I feel like if it's going to be more of the same, then maybe she's better off staying off camera, doing her own thing. She is a child now. So I don't know, if it's not going to be conducive to her mental health and her well-being, then stay off. But I feel like if she's able to be in a healthy work environment. Like if she's able to have a season like Dr. Wendy this season, then fine. If Giselle can own up to her wrongdoings and apologize to her and make peace with her, then I'm all for it. But if it's going to be more of the same of them icing her out, then Candace, love you down, but stay where you are, stay put, stay off camera. This show is just the check. It's a lot of money, but it's just not worth your mental sanity. It's not. She's been through a lot. She's another one who has not had an easy time on this show since she joined. So if it's not going to be healthy, if it's not going to be fun, then stay off. Again, my opinion. I like Candace, but I don't see her coming back. Yeah, I think that I think that Candace, it would weigh her options about coming back. I mean, think about it though. Remember, that's a really nice check. So, and the allure of fame, it's addicting. You know, you have your fans, you miss being on TV. So I'm sure that there is a part of her that does want to go back, but I feel like she would have to really weigh out the options. The only way I could see her coming back is if Giselle is fired or Giselle promises Andy that she will make up with Candace and apologize the way that she did with Wendy. But if not, I could see Candace staying off the show. Do you think the show will be affected if Karen goes down? No, I don't think so, only because that provides a big storyline for everybody. The only way I could see the show being affected if Karen decides to quit the show after this sentencing, because let's say she does get jail time, Karen might be too embarrassed to even want to appear back on TV and explain herself. So I don't know. I think that it all hinges on if Karen does decide to return back to the show. If she returns back, I think they'll be fine. If she does not return back, I could see them having some problems. I think Candace is enjoying her mom bubble and will probably have another child before she comes back. Yeah, I could see that too. I see that too. Karen can quit. Robin, don't bring her back. No, they probably will bring Robin back. I do see that happening. And then remember, Robin and Wendy, I guess, still haven't made up. So that gives Robin a storyline where it's like, okay, her best friend Giselle is back cool with Wendy again. So where do her and Wendy stand? Because they were actually pretty good friends when Wendy first joined the show too. So yeah, I think that there is an opening for Robin to come back, and especially with this whole mess with Karen, Robin can come back with an "I told you so" moment. And I definitely do see Robin back. I do see it. And Andy loves to bring back old people all the time. Look at how Gretchen from OC is coming back on after 10 years. So it could definitely happen. I can deal with Robin as a friend of, just not full time. Um, yeah, I think that Robin has the personality of somebody who should be a friend of, but I do see her coming back as full time if they do bring her back. No non-storyline having Robin. I said it before, there's a reason why Karen was more welcoming to Monique and not Wendy. Yeah, I think that Karen is also a social climber. Karen is also one of those people where, with social climbing, you want to have proximity to wealth, right? So when Monique came on, she had 4 homes. She was still married to Chris. She had money. There was a Bentley in the driveway. They bought that brand new house in Potomac. So I think that Karen was like, okay, let me align myself with her because they have some money. He's an ex-NFL player versus Wendy. She's looking at them as, well, they're just regular people, Eddie's a lawyer. Wendy does comment, she's a commentator on MSNBC and she's a professor, not that impressive in her mind. So I feel that was another reason why Karen was not that welcoming to Wendy either, because she felt like she was better than Wendy and had more money and more status than Wendy. So I definitely do think that that's why she was way more welcoming to Monique than she was with Wendy, for sure. Absolutely. But yeah, I'm excited for part 2 of this reunion. I will say I cannot wait. I am eager to see Mia leave this reunion early. I am sick and tired of Mia. We are one more episode closer to finding out the big reveal of this whole Stacy and TJ mess from Eddie. I can't wait. All right. But yeah, guys, I do want to quickly move on to Dr. Heavenly. I don't know if you guys saw, but Dr. Heavenly has her YouTube channel and she was running off at the mouth. She made a very ignorant comment. I found it to be very homophobic. For all my subscribers who are in the LGBTQ community, can you feel free to let me know, am I off base in my assessment? But I thought that it was very ignorant. It was just insensitive. It was rude. It was a horrible thing to say, especially considering the fact that she lives in Atlanta. But I'll make a long story short. Heavenly was on her YouTube channel running her mouth, and somebody super chatted her asking her about the whole argument between Quad's new boyfriend King and Dr. G. I have not been reviewing Married to Medicine this season, but I have been watching here and there. The last 2 episodes were super explosive, and I'm not even going to hold you. I am Team Quad. I'm here for Quad getting her lick back because the way they did her, and for Greg to even come back on this show to kind of taunt her about his new wife. I'm here for Quad getting her lick back and flaunting King in his face. I love it. But anyhow, Dr. Heavenly's comments were pretty much about a real man, a real straight man would never allow another man to, argue or disrespect his wife, right? And then she makes a comment about how, not like soft men or, she says not like soft men or gay men or, bitch men. Those are her words. And it was very like, wait, whoa, come again. What was that? Very offensive. Everybody is ripping her a new asshole on Twitter, as they should. I did see that an hour ago. She apologized on Twitter. Personally speaking, Dr. Heavenly has always been very unlikable to me. I've never been an avid Married to Medicine watcher, but the episodes and seasons that I have watched, I've never liked Heavenly. Something about her, my spirit could not connect to. I found her to be very nasty, just rude, ignorant, combative. I also cannot stand the fact that she is such a pick-me. The way she acts about her husband, Dr. Damon, is alarming. She's somebody where I feel like if he did want to leave her, she would take his life and maybe take, like she gives me a Jackie Christie vibe where it's like, if I can't have you, nobody else can. I'll never forget the season when Dr. Jackie revealed that Curtis was cheating on her. And Heavenly says something like, well, if daddy ever cheated on me, I would beat the woman up because it's obviously her fault for seducing my man. I cannot stand women who go after the other woman. Go after your man. He is the one who owes you loyalty. He is the one who took vows before God that he would be faithful and not step out. And before anybody says, well, when women go after married men, that's disgusting. And yes, I agree with you. But at the end of the day, the man, the husband, is the one who knows that he is married and he owes you that loyalty. It's up to him to respect his vows and respect you and say, hey, I'm married. Like, no, ma'am. The fact that he's even entertaining another woman, that's on him. And again, stop going after the woman. It's so aggravating. And it shows you she will do anything for a man. I think another reason why I've never been able to get into the show, it feels like the majority of the women are just such pick-me's. And I'm not saying that, love is great, sex is great, romance is great, but with the Married to Medicine women, it's like the end-all be-all with them. And the way that they treated Quad about not having kids and her being happily single and dating, I never liked. I don't know. Their vibe has always been off. But Heavenly, I never saw it for her. I think she's very nasty, her spirit has just, I've never taken to it ever. I just feel the vibes through the screen. I don't like it. her saying this, she's always given me homophobic anyway. So when she said that, I was like, yeah, I'm not surprised. Oh, and a great point. Is that not Funky Dineva's best friend? Exactly. How insulting to Funky Dineva. How insulting to all the LGBTQ friends that you have. And you're in Atlanta, for goodness sake. So it's like, what are you talking about? She sounds crazy. Dr. Jackie, Dr. Simone Heavenly, and Quad are big pick-me's. Wait, do you think that Quad's a pick-me? I feel like everybody else is except for Quad. I don't feel like Quad is a pick-me. Maybe I'm seeing it wrong. Maybe, I mean, again, I've never been a loyal Married to Medicine watcher. I've watched here and there. There are a lot of episodes that I haven't seen, so maybe you're correct. But for the most part, every time I've seen Quad gives me she's having her way with men, not the other way around. Quad is no pick me. Yeah, I didn't think Quad was a pick me. I like Quad. I don't agree with everything she says but I don't agree with everything that she says or does. I understand. Yeah, Quad is definitely not. Yeah, I don't think she is. Quad is a pick me for the fans and the network. Okay, I mean, well, listen, if you're getting paid $800,000 a season and you have that big old $4 million house that she just bought, I guess. I don't think Quad is a pick me. Yeah, I don't either. Yes, okay, I have seen a lot of posts regarding Dr. Heavenly's son. That's not my place to say anything, be respectful. I don't, you know what I'm saying? But yes, I have seen people say, why would she say that? Because people feel like maybe her son, I don't be respectful, or, people say you don't want to out anybody. So let me just be respectful. I see your comment. But yes, I am surprised that she would make such an ignorant statement. Quad does too much, but not a pick me. Yeah, I think that, yeah, she's Quad is extra. Okay, Miss Quad, she got it, very extra. I live for the theatrics. She gives me Tyler Perry stage play, honey, with all those with the dramatics. But yeah, a pick me she is not. If she were a pick me, she would still be with Dr. Greg, just to be married, in my opinion. Quad is very much a user. Okay, well, I mean, I feel like a lot of the women are users. But you know what? Okay, so here's my thing. Here's my thing with that. How is, like, people want to bash Quad, but what about Toya? What about Heavenly? Like, I don't know. I don't like that whole argument about she's a user and she's this and that, because it's like she's trying to make money the same way everybody else is. I don't think that Quad is any much more of a user than anybody else. And also the way the women look down on her in the earlier seasons, Dr. Jackie and Dr. Simone looked at her like she was nothing. So I feel like Quad is just building up her confidence. She's growing into herself. And I feel like it's not her fault that she became the fan favorite. Yes, who is she using? I want to know that too. Wait, I guess, are you guys referring to the fact that you feel like she used Dr. G as a come up? Because I have seen that argument. Now, that's a valid argument in my opinion, because it's no shade. But when I saw Dr. G and Quad, I was like, I do not for 1 minute believe that Quad wants this man. I think that Quad looks at this man as a come up, an easy bag, and a way to secure her spot to greener pastures. So maybe in that regard, she did use her husband, but men use women all the time. So I don't really feel a way about it. Hey, Lenlu007, thank you for the super chat. I don't watch Married to Medicine, but I do watch you, Miss Brooke. Cheers. Oh, thank you so much. Cheers to you. Listen, I have not been reviewing Married to Medicine this season, but I have been just watching passively. These last 2 episodes were really good. I will recommend you watch the last 2 episodes. Tonight's episode is supposed to be good too, because Phaedra quits the show in this upcoming episode tonight. But thank you so much. she used Mariah. Okay, let's talk about this, right? I do not believe that Quad used Mariah. Now, for all of the real Married to Medicine fans, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. I always viewed Mariah and Quad's fallout as a Nene and Sheree type situation. Mariah always thought that Quad would be the friend who was under her. Mariah thought that she would be the star and the standout of the show. And I believe in my heart, I believe that Mariah got jealous and resentful that the friend that she thought was below her leapfrogged over her, because Quad became that fan favorite. Now she has fame on her own. She's getting her own check. And I think that Mariah always felt like, my friend is gonna, always have less, because there are people like that. They want, if they're here, they want you to stay right here. And when you are equal to them or surpass them, all of a sudden the true colors come out, the jealousy comes out. Look at Sheree and Nene and Kim. Sheree and Kim always talked about how unattractive they thought Nene was, how broke she was. When they would read her, they would talk about her missing teeth, the repossessed cars. Nene even said in the first season that when it comes to the money, all the women in the group surpassed her. She was the broke friend who should have been happy to be there. That was their attitude. When those checks started coming in and Nene became the fan favorite after season 1, the jealousy started, because originally production was trying to make the show centered around Sheree. And Sheree was envious of the fact that Nene became the star, because how dare the woman that I looked at as the ugly duckling and the broke one, how dare she blossom and now surpass me? And the tables turned. Talk about a reversal of fortunes. Sheree became broke and Nene was now rich, and Sheree wasn't able to accept that. And I believe that that's what happened with Mariah and Quad. Mariah always thought that Quad would be below her financially, fame wise. And the fact that Quad is now on her level, it's we can go break that. We can do another. I've done videos on that, but I believe that that is what really happened. I do not believe for a minute that Quad used Mariah. I think it's a tale as old as time. It's good old fashioned jealousy, and people feel like, how dare you surpass me when I always had more than you? That's what I think it is, respectfully. I agree about Mariah. If you go back to the early seasons, all of them look down at Quad. They do. They did not support her divorce, in a sense, to Greg's side. At the same time, she supported Simone and Jackie. I agree. I have to disagree with Mariah and Quad. It was a game of telephone. They did not have great communication. You are right. So it's mixed opinions, that's fine. But Nene referred them all to the show. Yes, Nene did refer them all to the show. But remember, Nene did not have the money. And Nene even thought that the show was supposed to be centered around Sheree. So she was okay with that, because she's like, look, I'm just happy to be here. But yes, Nene did refer all of them, but they were still going to center the show around Sheree. When they saw that Nene is hilarious and she stole the show, they were like, oh, I think that we hitched our wagon to the wrong horse. She's the star, not her. Mariah always stated that she was the nucleus of the group and constantly got mad when the girls started liking Quad. Yeah, I think that was another factor. I think that, remember how Wendy said that when the girls start to maneuver in the group without Karen gets mad. I think that Mariah also got annoyed that Quad didn't really need her anymore and became more independent in the group. And then the cast chose Quad over Mariah. Yep. They tried to little sis Quad. She's not having it. Yeah, oh, definitely. Quad got mad at Toya and said Toya was robbing houses. Quad wanted Mariah to introduce her to doctors. Wait, did I miss? I don't want to miss a super chat. Bear with me. Hey, Davina Spearman, thank you for the super chat. Hey, doll, but didn't Quad's lie spread a rumor about Toya sleeping with other men 2 seasons ago? Love you, Brooke. Thank you so much. I love you right back. y'all correct me, all my Married to Medicine, like the avid watchers, let me know. I don't know when this happened. I remember, didn't somebody say that Quad was sleeping with her contractor a few seasons ago? I remember the whole thing about Quad saying that Toya was robbed Anila's house. I don't remember the season about Quad saying that Toya slept with another man. So I can't speak on all that. Hey, Staff J75, thank you for the super chat. Mariah created the show. She has no reason to be jealous of Quad. The fallout was due to Quad and the other ladies being a willing pawn for production. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for giving me your view on it. I mean, listen, please just know it's just my opinion. I'm not saying that what I'm saying is the gospel truth. I can see it being a mix of both. That maybe she feels a way that the group turned on her and she's the one who created the show. I could definitely understand her hurt and pain, but I still do feel like there might be a little mix of envy with the fact that Quad ended up becoming the star. Hey, Aisha, and thank you for the super chat. The contractor stuff came out way before the show on social media. Oh, okay. Thank you for letting me know. Two things can be true. Yes, I agree. Listen, you guys are making great points. Again, y'all, remember, when it comes to the married to medicine, you need to fill in the gaps for me because I'm not as well versed in Married to Medicine as I am with Housewives. Housewives, I can tell you what they did this season, that episode, right? Married to Medicine, there are times where I have skipped seasons. I'm not as clued in. So I'm just speaking on what I remember watching, what I know. So again, that's why my opinion you might feel like it's off. Mariah wasn't that interesting outside of group scenes, in my opinion. Apples to oranges, debate points don't disprove Mariah's blatant jealousy. Dr. Simone said Quad was sleeping with her contractor. Okay. Was that when Anila was on the show or no? Start at season 6 reunion and it's relevant today. Okay. Maybe if I find the time to binge watch the show, I'll start at season 6. Thank you. Been there since the lemon squeeze. Hey, Aisha, and thank you for the super chat. Mariah called Quad a roach and said she was beneath her after their fallout. Damn. Told me everything I needed to know about her. Oh my gosh. She called her a roach? My God. And wait, if I remember correctly, didn't Funky Dineva have some insider information about what the fallout was between Quad and Mariah? Like, I remember he had told a story about they were all at STK and a fight broke out, and we never got the full details about what happened. But he was there when their fallout occurred. Listen, I'm here for y'all filling in the gaps for me and letting me know about all this Married to Medicine tea that I was unaware of. Thank you. Hey, LCM 1983. Thank you for the super chat. With Nene and Quad, colorism could play a part too. The brown girls getting the shine. Yeah, I mean, listen, that factor is always there as well. Now, do I think that... Now, I will say, when it comes to on Atlanta and on Married to Medicine, I don't really get those vibes, but you do have to remember that it's very insidious. Did I say the word right? I feel like I can't speak today. Forgive me, but I feel like colorism is it's subconscious. People don't know why they feel a way about certain people. But I mean, I could see that being a factor as well. But for the most part, Married to Medicine and Atlanta have never struck me as a colorist cast. But that definitely could be a factor, though. Okay, I said the word correctly. Thank you. You're probably like, girl, what is going on with you tonight? Mariah is the creator of this show. Let's not forget that. Colorism and classism. Definitely, it's classism on Married to Medicine, of course, because I noticed that the doctors do not respect the women who are not doctors. The way that they talk about Toya and Quad, it's very telling to me, especially with Dr. Jackie and Dr. Simone. Yes, implicit bias. Yes, yes, yes. Married to Medicine is an elitist cast. The women doctors think that they are better than the others. Hey, LC Charm, thank you for the super chat. I guess we're going to forget Quad said that Mariah did. Oh, yes. I'm Married to Medicine from day one. Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot about that. Now, did Quad ever apologize to Mariah about that rumor that she was skiing? She was on the slopes. You know, YouTube gets real funny, especially about, drugs. So I can't say, I don't know if I can say the word, but yeah. Did she ever apologize for that Coca-Cola rumor or no? Oh, she didn't. Oh. Nope. Oh, wait, I didn't know that. Yeah, remember she said that you said I never even done hookah. I'm screaming. Oh, she never apologized? Oh, I didn't even know that. Well, Quad, you get a few points deducted because you know good and damn well that Mariah does not do drugs. I'm sorry. Like, come on. Why would you even say that? Mariah lied and accused Quad sleeping with her sister's husband. Oh, I forgot about that too. Child, I might need to just binge watch the entire series because I forgot. Wow, I forgot all about that. Did Mariah apologize to her for that or no? Oh my gosh. You say you're not a fan of Quad. Fuck it, Aniva definitely confirmed Mariah was jealous of Quad. Child, this is a mess. Please binge. All right, I think I'm gonna binge the show because I've only seen bits and pieces. I watched all last season because I did review the show. I watched the first season. I watched on and off second and third seasons. I don't know what it is about this group, but this group they've never done it for me. I don't know why, but Married to Medicine just does not do it for me. I wish it did, but I just don't. Something about it is lacking. I don't know if it's all these pick-me's on the show, like maybe it's Dr. Heavenly being on the show. But yeah. Now wait, one more question. There was that white woman on the cast, not Carrie from first season. Remember that woman? Her name was like Jill. She was married to a doctor, and the husband and Heavenly got into it. Didn't she like have an affair? Or she's in jail? She like took somebody's life or something like that after the season ran. Remember that? Did I imagine that? Yes, Jill. Didn't she do something? She's in jail now. Did I dream that up? I don't know. Maybe I dreamt that. Somebody remember? Okay, she assaulted somebody. I think she assaulted somebody. Okay. You said Jill's little self. I think she tried to run her husband over. I don't think she's in prison though. Okay, yes, it was something crazy. Because her husband was cheating on her or something, and she tried to take his life, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, you said she slashed her husband. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, Jill had the affair. So she had the affair and then tried to take her husband out. Is that what it is? Child, that was a mess. Yup, she got Dr. Heavenly right together. She did. Her and the ex-husband were toxic. Her ex-husband. Damn. You say you can't take Quad's monologues and soliloquies. She crashed out bad. Okay, I knew. Oh, she lost custody of the children? Damn. Okay, I remember Jill. Okay, thank you all for they were both cheating. They were both cheating. That she crashed out. Okay. All right, guys. Well, thank you for clearing that up for me. I appreciate that. Okay. The husband found out about the affair and he was going to take the kids from her. Got it. Okay. Oh, did I miss the super chat? Let me know. I don't want to miss anything. Oh, hey, How I See It TV. Thank you so much for the super chat. Mariah was fighting production to keep legal rights to her show. They got in Quad's ear, took her idea. She's the star, and Quad allowed herself to be used as a pawn. Okay. I've heard this point too. I have heard this point too. I might have to rewatch the entire series so that way I can be better versed. And maybe my opinion of Quad might change. Who knows? I don't know. When you say this, now you have me thinking, well, damn, Quad might not be so innocent. I don't know. But thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Quad wasn't used. Your skin looks so good. Oh, thank you so much. Listen, I love a moisturizer. I love a good eye cream. I like the CeraVe. I use the cleansing foaming cleanser. I use that. I mean, I feel like my routine is really simple. I feel like it's really simple in my opinion. Are you going to give us reviews if you started? I don't know. I don't want to make a promise that I can't keep, but I need to start with watching it or watching the whole series and not just bits and pieces. None of them are innocent. Quad is no worse than the others. Yeah, I feel like this group, everybody's guilty. Quad's not innocent, but these MDs are old, bitter Betties, straight, mean girls. Yeah, I agree. Quad was supposed to be the charity case in the friend group. However, she surpassed Mariah's expectations and the resentment grew ever since. That I have always felt this way. I agree with you. I agree. Oh, a throwback season. Yes. Is Summer House the black version coming back? Oh, Martha's Vineyard. From what I've heard, they're not coming back anytime soon. That's just a polite way. Them being on pause, that's Bravo's polite way of saying that the show is canceled, allegedly. Don't listen, y'all. I'm just telling you what I've heard, okay? Bravo is not thinking about the show. And if the show does come back, they will be recasting the majority of the show, okay? So even if it does come back, a lot of these former cast members will be very upset because they won't be back on the show, allegedly. Allegedly. Let me say allegedly, okay? That's all I can tell you. But I just think that people are forgetting a major component. Martha's Vineyard is drastically different from the Hamptons. The vibe is completely different. Hamptons, you relax, you unwind, but there's also a party scene. The nightlife in the Hamptons is chef's kiss. It's a 10 out of 10. You have nightlife for days. You have shopping. You have they have Chanel, they have Louis, they have the Ralph Lauren store. I mean, the restaurants are fabulous. There's so much to do. Martha's Vineyard, not so much. They only have like 2 clubs. It's mostly people have parties in their backyards. You have a rental or you own a home out there and you invite people over. Also, when you're in Martha's Vineyard, when you're there, you're stuck. Hamptons, you drive on the LIE, the Long Island Expressway, and it's 2 hours in and out. If you need to drive off, drive back in, you're good. When Martha's Vineyard requires you to get on a ferry. When you're there, you're stuck there. You can't easily go and come and go as you please. It's a different vibe. And I think that plays a factor into the show being boring. Because the original Summer House is lit. They have parties every weekend. It's fun. We see them going to the clubs, going shopping. Martha's Vineyard, they're stuck in a house. It's not as entertaining. It's not. Martha's Vineyard is beautiful, don't get me wrong, but the vibe is different. It's really there. You're really there to relax and unwind. Whereas in the Hamptons, you can unwind and still party, okay? You can still, zip it and zoo it, all right? Martha's Vineyard, you're not doing that. The crowd is a bit more conservative. Hamptons, everybody's, free. Like, it's a mix. You get what I'm talking about? So I think that that's another reason why the show failed, because the vibe, it's just completely different. Yes, it's very secluded. It is very secluded. Yes. Yup. The TJ Maxx in the Hamptons is a mini Neiman's. It sure is. I just feel like Martha's Vineyard, child, and Bravo barely pumped the show. Bravo barely promoted the show. You only saw commercials for them 2 hours before the show started. Bravo did not care about the show. It was doomed to fail from the beginning. Yes, they were too serious. Everybody there was just like overly concerned about their images, and it just wasn't fun. Then you have Summer crying, Bree's always whining and crying, Jordan's always in a pissy mood. This one has no storyline. Like, the personalities weren't there. It just, yeah. Yeah, oh, they barely did promo. Oh my gosh, barely. They were very dry. Summer was crashing out every single episode. So was Jordan. It was like, oh my gosh, like, y'all do not want to be happy. You're always complaining about something. And where are the singles? Exactly. It was just, the show just did not, it wasn't that entertaining. Yes, we want to see people drunk and hunching. Exactly. Okay. Yeah, we want some sex appeal. We want some fun. Like, give us hookups. Like, give us something. They gave us nothing. But let's be real, their ratings weren't that bad. Their ratings were horrible. 200,000 viewers. That's abysmal. Horrible. They could have done better had Bravo promoted the show. But yeah, their ratings were horrible. They couldn't even crack 400,000 or 500,000 people. And think about this. Family Karma got 600,000 people a week and they were still canceled. So you think that Bravo's going to keep a show that's not even pulling 300,000 viewers a week? No, ma'am. Child, a mess. Oh, I'm screaming. We want to see hunching like they were on that Spanish show that went viral the other day. Oh my gosh, yes, yes. I am screaming. Y'all have me screaming. Wasn't the married couple hunching all the time? Oh my gosh. Y'all, you said the husband was like a jackhammer, as I recall. Damn. Yes, I need Montoya energy. Yes. Brooke, you need to pitch Welcome to the Hamptons to Bravo and you can host a reunion. I mean, they already have Summer House. They have original Summer House. So they would, I don't think that they would have another show based in the Hamptons when they already have Summer House. Roni gets around the same number. No, Roni's ratings picked up ever since they were behind Beverly Hills. They went from 200,000 to now they ended the series high with like 500,000 viewers. So they might be coming back due to the uptick in views. Hey, Rahina, hey, Rahina. Oh my gosh, it was so nice meeting you, Rahina, at the show. So nice. That show was not entertaining. We barely saw Martha's Vineyard. Yeah, I agree. I haven't missed any super chats, have I? Oh, I did. I'm sorry about that. Hey, Effie, thank you for the super chat. Heavenly is the problem. They need to check her. I agree. They allow Heavenly to run wild. She gives a half-assed apology, and then all is well. I've never liked Heavenly ever. Hey, LCM 1983, thank you for the super chat. Noelle from Summer House Martha's Vineyard should be invited to regular Summer House. Yeah, I think that Noelle could be a good fit for OG Summer House. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, I didn't miss any more. I didn't miss any more super chats. I think I'm all caught up on everything. They filmed off season 2 when it was cold. Yes, season 1, they filmed Summer House Martha's Vineyard in September when nobody was there. And then season 2, they heard our complaints, so they were able to film during peak season in the summertime. They filmed in July. So that's why we saw more of Martha's Vineyard, but this group is they're just not an exciting group. And it's no shade. It's no shade whatsoever, but this group just was not that entertaining. Noelle will be a good fit on Summer House, but not Jordan. Heck to the no. Yeah, I agree. The original was Winter House, not Summer House. No, the original was Summer House, and then Winter House came after. But now Winter House is on pause. Because I don't know how good those ratings were either. Oh, I saw Silas on the D train last week. Oh no, that's so funny. And I have to say, Silas and Jasmine, very sweet, lovely, very down to earth. I think that they're the only ones who had leveled heads because their castmates, they all let that show go to their heads. I don't know why, but they did. But yeah, Silas and Jasmine, nothing bad to say about them. They were very sweet, very kind, love them, like very nice. Too many couples. The cast definitely was not a good match. Jordan and Summer made us miserable. Yeah, they did. Too many couples, not enough partying. I agree. I was deployed with Silas last year. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. That's really cool. Am I going to watch Denise Richards' show? I think, yeah, I'll give it a go. I like Denise Richards a lot. I'll support. They should bring back Southern Charm New Orleans. Oh, I forgot all about that show. I forgot all about that. Now, I do want to move on quickly to that mess with Portia and Simon. Y'all are talking about Simon. Portia allegedly called ICE on Simon. Y'all are so petty. I'm wondering how does this affect their divorce? If he's being kicked out of America, like I just want to know now how this all works out. Is Portia going to be able to stay in the home and keep the cars? Like I don't know. Let me know. I don't go up for some cut, but I wouldn't be mad at her if she did call ICE. Oh my gosh. You said, I think it was Bravo. Wow. You said go against Portia, it's going to cost you. Wow. Simon drew attention to himself with all his online shenanigans. I agree. I thought the divorce was final February 26th. Did you see that cold post from Portia? I believe it. Yeah, Portia was just like, oh yeah, well, unfortunately for my soon-to-be ex-husband, the decisions that he made are gonna cost him. I'm sorry for him. She was real cold with it, honey. It was very much like, I really don't care. Oh my gosh. I'm screaming. Portia is a mess all 265 days of the year, honey. Oh, thank you so much. Portia was in cahoots with Ice. Damn. I mean, I'm not gonna hold you. I forgot all about Portia and Simon's divorce. Like the I don't really care. And I know that's going to be a big part of her storyline for this upcoming season. But I mean, we're going to see how it goes. But yeah, Simon is a clown. I don't even know why he didn't just lay low. All these antics on Instagram, I think, is what got him caught. If I were him, I would have just shut my Instagram account down and played it safe, played it cool. I would not have had anybody on my radar. But it shows you what clout and attention will do, because I feel like he could have prevented all this had he kept his mouth shut. Simon was deported before, right? Oh, I don't know. Was he deported before this? Let me know. He thought he had a chance in Trump's America. Exactly. I mean, the clownery of it all. The nerve of Portia to have PJ sitting in that man's lap in that picture after they were together for only a month. She's a desperate loser. I agree. Now, I will say, for this season, I need for somebody to address Portia trying to fight Dennis's mother on that spinoff of hers, Portia's Family Matters. I need that to be addressed because I need closure. How did you and Dennis get over that? How did she forgive you? Because that is so disrespectful. And it's not, and you can't even say that it was self-defense because nobody did anything to you. You charged at that woman out of pure hate. And say what you want, I always felt like, despite her marrying Simon, she was still in love with Dennis. And that's the real reason why she crashed out on her spinoff. But I need closure on that. Did you apologize to Dennis and his mother? Because Portia showed her entire ass, and I never was able to look at her the same either. Oh, you said, okay, he was deported back in the 80s. He was deported before. He's had multiple aliases and went to jail before. Oh, wow. We'd be jumping Portia every time we saw her. We are not going back, Brooke. Portia is a psychopath. Ciao. She definitely loves Dennis. Oh, absolutely. Wait, did she really try to fight her elder? Wow, I did not watch Portia's show. Yeah, she did. I was floored. I was speechless. I believe that too. She still loved Dennis. Yeah, that's why she crashed out so bad on that trip. Y'all, can I tell you, you guys have me screaming in this chat, okay? Let me check some super chats. Hey, Barb, thank you for the super chat. I enjoyed your content this Sunday. Oh, thank you so much. Hey, Caramel Cutie 065, thank you for the super chat. Simon and those veneers are thirsty to be on those blogs. Exactly. Portia ain't run up on the right hands yet. She's always running up. Kenya, Jamie, and Dennis's mom. Exactly. Portia never takes accountability for anything. It's like talking to a wall. She's always the victim no matter what. Oh, absolutely. Portia and ownership, that's a foreign concept. It's like there is no reasoning with Portia. If it's not what she wants to hear, she does not want to talk about it. She wants to act like it didn't happen. I don't think I've ever heard Portia really own up to anything. The only time she did, I feel, was with the whole mess that happened with her, Candy, and Phaedra, the whole dungeon rumors and all that. That was the only time she cried and showed remorse. If I recall, her show was horrific. It was horrific. Have you seen Nene's podcast? I saw a little bit of the first episode, but yeah, I have not been keeping up. I don't see that lasting for long, and I'm gonna keep it at that. Not too much on Portia now. Oh, friend, you might be new here because the way I have dug into Portia's behind over her antics, You might not like me, depending on how Portia acts and what I say about her in the upcoming recaps. You might not be too pleased. So I want to let you know now. I've been very tough on Portia because I don't like the way she's carried herself. She's just, there's no ownership. And what she did to Dennis's mother was unacceptable. Period, point blank. So I'm gonna just warn you right now, a quick disclaimer. Watch my upcoming Atlanta recaps at your own risk. I can't promise that I'm not going to be whacking Portia because I probably will. Hey, LCM 1983. Thank you for the super chat. Portia is a pretty hood booger mean girl. Yes, very much that. No, she definitely gets away with a lot. LOL. Okay, yes. Okay, so you know that your girl does try it. Okay, so we're on it about that. We see each other about that. Oh, you said that's why Cynthia kicked her in the stomach. Damn. I despise that not too much BS or what? Oh, okay, that's what I thought. Listen, it's all fun over here, child. It's all fun. Listen, y'all will give me a cute little whack and we listen, it's all in good fun, child. It's all in good fun. Yes, honey, we see each other. Exactly. It's all love. It is all love over here. Sorry, not sorry. I also looked at her mom sideways too, because why can't you ever hold your daughter accountable and why is she so ratchet? I think that Miss Diane is just like Portia. That's where Portia got this from. I think that Miss Diane has coddled Portia to the point where Portia cannot say I'm sorry. Portia takes no ownership. Remember on her show, after the fight happened the next day, they were doing some meditation session, and one of her cousins says, Portia, are we going to talk about what happened? You tried to fight your baby's father's mother. And Portia storms off and she says to production, I'm not talking about it. There's something off. That woman can never take ownership for anything. And I think that it's because Miss Diane has allowed this foolishness. So that's why she still acts like this. It's sad. Oh, yes. Remember Cordell said something about her, Miss Diane was on his new couch eating a pizza. Yeah. Remember that? When Cordell told Peter, he said, yeah, her mama's in our bed eating pizza. Now, that's a lack of boundaries, because why is your mother in our marital bed laid up eating pizza like it's her house? You can't do that in a guest room. You can't go to the kitchen. Why are you laid up in your daughter's bed with her husband eating pizza? I was laughing so hard at that same. Oh, you said Miss Diane is a more done up Sheila, pimping out her daughter for a check, child. Oh my gosh, y'all have me screaming. Hey, Tori, and thank you for the super chat. High key, Portia is everything they accuse Candace from RHOP of. Oh, absolutely. But again, a lot of the Bravo fan base, for whatever reason, they just love Portia and she can do no wrong. And they find Portia to be charming and funny, and they allow her to get away with all the nonsense. But yet Candace defends herself, and she's the worst person in the world. She's a villain. She's vile. She's this, she's that. But Portia has repeatedly attacked people, tried to physically harm people, and yet she's celebrated. The double standards are real. It's crazy to me. Yes, I was so happy when Candace grilled Portia about how she got that man during Ultimate Girls Trip. Oh yeah, and Portia got mad at that. She was pissed about that. It may have been Miss Diane that called them people on Simon. He did say he was going to air her mama out after that trailer. Oh yeah, Miss Diane was probably sitting up in the bed with a big, large Domino's pizza, honey, and she picked up her phone and said 1-800-ICE and said, hey. A mess. Child. Oh, the name of the game is Shade, and Portia is the first Monique. She can't read. She resorts to violence and chasing people down alleyways. Oh, clock it. Hey, LCM 1983. Thank you for the super chat. Portia was groomed by her mother to provide a lifestyle. Why is she constantly traveling to Africa? Ooh. I mean, child, the girls be talking about they go, they going off to Ghana to find them a man, honey. Funky Dineva, he was talking about Portia and Phaedra selling a little piece of puss in his words. Allegedly. Yeah, no, I will say though, Portia can read. I will agree with that. Portia can read. She's just ditzy at times. Oh, yes. Cordell probably came home like, what the hell is going on between the sheets in my home when he saw Diane in that pizza? she probably had a meat lovers pizza, honey, and the cheese getting all over the sheets. I don't mind either. I really don't mind women dipping it, zipping it, and zooing it, long as you keep it cute. Exactly. I feel the same way. There's no judgment over here. But don't just don't sit up here and act so holier than thou. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, oh no, I do not mind women zipping it and zooing it, okay? Hey Barb, thank you for the super chat. 1-800-ICE. That's who Diane called, honey. Y'all are silly. If they want an African prince, all they need to do is check their spam folder. Damn, y'all are too much. Her book was terrible. I listened to Tisa Tells read it a little in her Portia voice. Oh my gosh. Y'all are a mess in this here chat, honey. You guys are in rare form. Yes, remember, Brooke, that's exactly why he was mad. He said it was a large pepperoni on his white duvet. Yes. She had pepperoni, messed up his whole entire sheets, the pillowcases. Oh, Miss Diane, you are trifling for that. That book was a coloring book. Oh my gosh. Portia's book probably came with a 6-pack of jumbo crayons. I remember just the other day when y'all were going up for Portia's 6 weddings, didn't even make it to 2 years. Love wins, remember? I never supported Portia and Simon ever. When that news broke that they were engaged, I said, you should feel ashamed of yourself. Of all the men to choose from, you go for Simon? Girl, you need help. Yes. Oh, no. I think that we really have the best chats. The chats are always lit, okay? Always lit. Like we have a good old time, all right? Exactly. Who said that? Like, no, nobody was supporting Simon and Portia's in their union. I know I wasn't. Y'all have the memory of an elephant. Yeah. Oh, baby, y'all remember everything, honey. I live for it. Oh, Portia's mom. This really is the best chat. No, it really is. Like, y'all eat every single time. Oh no, not you, Brooke. Portia's fans, though. They called me a hating asshole. Child, delusional. And we're her same fans now. Her fans sitting up there looking silly. They knew good and damn well that that union was not going to last. It's a mess. Just because you're stating common sense, now you're a hater. That's ridiculous to me. These girls really just need some Jesus. You said I wasn't going to let this love opportunity pass me by. Baby, she saw a wallet that she could easily grasp and took it, honey. And come to find out, all Simon had was Monopoly money and a piece of lint in his pockets. And now he's got an ice called on him, and now he has to be flown back. It was all a lie, honey. She got a booby prize. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. A mess. Them ditzy broads on the shade room swore up and down Portia found her happily ever after. Delusional. Okay, Simon don't have money. Simon got 2 nickels in his wallet and Monopoly money and somebody else's American Express card. A mess. It's just so silly. Child. Well, bye, Simon. Well, anyhow, I do want, since we're talking about, getting flued out, honey, in the words of Carisha, but on the topic of, getting flown out and desperation and delusions, I want to talk about why desperation is so dangerous. Do any of you guys have TikTok? If you have TikTok, let me know in the chat. There was a viral story. A beautiful Black woman, as you guys see on the thumbnail. She told a story thinking that she was going to air out this YN. That stands for young, I don't know if I could say that on YouTube, but you know what I'm talking about. So she thought that she hit a lick. She said that he was rich and lit, and apparently he lives in Atlanta. She's here in the tri-state area. She's in New Jersey. Baby, long story short, she thought that she was going to get a come up off of this man. And mind you, she's older than him. She's 31. He's 25. So she wanted him to fly her out. And the first mistake, she had to buy her own plane ticket. What do I always tell y'all? You should not be going into your purse with a man. If that man lives out of state and he wants to see you, he needs to be buying your ticket, or he needs to be buying his ticket to come and see you and booking a hotel, right? She buys her ticket for Valentine's Day weekend. She has 3 kids, mind you, 3 kids. Hopped on a plane to be with this younger man, but on her own dime. So when she lands in Atlanta, she's like, okay, you're gonna book the hotel. What hotel are we staying at? Everything's booked up. And he tells her, well, actually, I'm gonna be watching my daughter. So, we're not gonna be able to link. Maybe you can book the hotel, but I'm not booking it. Now, mind you, this guy has money. So she says, she books the hotel. She's really pissed off. They end up not linking up. She's really irritated. So when she got on TikTok telling this story, she's airing him out like he's a fraud. So she's also making it like he was really into her. This is why you need to keep your mouth shut. Because, baby, that man made up a TikTok in less than 24 hours, aired her all the way out with the receipts. Showed in the text threads how desperate she really was. Not only did she pay for her own flight and hotel to see this man who they never even linked up. She was sending this man paragraph after paragraph about how she wanted him. Then on top of that, she thought that she was going to, really just, win him over by showing him a picture of throat spray and Listerine strips. Now, before I get into all that, if you're somebody who's a prude, if you're very religious, you might want to close your ears. If your kids are in the room, tell your kids to go, put your headphones in, because what I'm about to say is very much, is X-rated, okay? Baby, she sent him a picture of throat spray and Listerine strips. So he texts her like, do you have a cold or something? Like, are you sick? You got a sore. He says, do you have a sore throat? I said, if I send somebody a picture of throat spray and Listerine strips in a sexual manner and you say, are you sick? I would just close my phone and just disappear. I would evaporate into like a million pieces. That's embarrassing. Child, she's like, no, babe, I want to, again, if you have kids, get your kids out the room because we're talking about some real grown stuff now, okay? Baby, not only that, she wanted to, suck him off with all that. On top of that, she offered to eat his groceries. I'm not somebody to kink shame, but there are some things where it's a hell no for me. Like, absolutely not. And mind you, you hopped on a plane and left your 3 kids behind to meet a random man that you've never met, paid your own way to eat a younger man's behind. Are you okay? The desperation is out of control. So he aired the text messages and we were all like, okay, so you're the loser. You're the one who was the weirdo. And he even said she was way too thirsty. I got turned off by her thirst. Yeah. Child, this is, baby, can we talk about it? As a woman, you need to stand up. Exactly. I couldn't understand what type of oral requires numbing spray. Oh, I guess in her brain, she's thinking that she could take more in, if you get what I'm saying. Let me just stop. It's giving very much Brazzers tea, honey, on a Sunday. Listen, if you have kids in the room, if you're with your mom or somebody elderly, who's kind of a prude, I hope that you might want to take them out this room because I can't really talk how I want to talk. Yeah. Y'all have me screaming in this chat tonight. Thirst is not the word for her. Oh, I agree. Hey, Aisha, and thank you for the super chat. Sadly, I think with this current political climate, we'll see more women putting men on a pedestal and going out sad behind them. Society is regressing. Wow, that's a great point. Because I'm noticing the uptick in pick-me behavior. It's alarming. This might be controversial. Feel free. If you want to disagree, we can tussle about it in the comments. That's fine. But I don't know if it's just me. But there's a part of me that feels like for all the strides that women have made, this is across all the boards. This is white women, Black women, Latina women, for women all over, right? I feel like as a whole, women are regressing. There is an increase in desperation, and I need it to stop. You do not get what you want in life with desperation. Desperation is a turnoff. I don't know how many times I can say that. People, and it's not sexy. And if we're being really honest, if you notice in your own life, you always get the most men when you're detached, you're not thinking about them. Men can sense desperation. It's not cool. I don't know what's going on, but I'm seeing too many stories of women across all ages bending over backwards for men. I don't understand why you're already offering to do certain things with a man that you don't know. And you even said, in the text messages that the guy showed, you even said to him at one point, my cousin told me I shouldn't be doing this because I don't know you. You could be a killer or something. And he's like, no, I'm not going to hurt you. And you're like, okay, well, good, because I'm not going to listen to her anyway. My thing is, if you want to get flown out, that's fine, but at least establish some rapport, at least vet them, do a background check. You don't put your safety like that in somebody else's hands. That's a stranger. You have 3 kids. What if you guys did link up and he took your life? Now your kids don't have a mom. And I don't know your situation with the baby's father. I don't know, hopefully he's in their lives, but it's like, there's just something wrong, because it just feels like more and more women are chasing dick over their goals, over dreams. It has to stop. And nobody is, listen, I'm not saying that you have to be celibate or abstinent or never like a man or never get with a man, because I think that, that whole 4B movement that they talk about, like never being with a man again, like I ain't going for that. Okay, I need something. But I'm serious. But like, that's very extreme. Both sides are too extreme. I need for women to come in the middle, have some sense, have some pride, have some dignity, some self-esteem, self-worth, because something's going on. These, like, too many women are loving men over themselves. It's weird. And my thing is this: the texts also show that he was not interested in her. May I help somebody tonight? I'm not claiming to be an expert in anything, but I will say, my dad used to always say, when a man wants you, you will know. There are no such thing as mixed signals. Just because you like somebody does not mean that they like you back. And I need for women to get that through their heads, learn how to take rejection, because men do reject women all the time. That's why you have situationships. Situationships are low-key rejection. If we're really being honest with it, it's just rejection with sex. That's why you feel so hurt when it finally is over, because listen, that's another story for another day. But all I'm saying is, if you are confused by a man that you like, that man does not like you. And I hope to set somebody free today. It's very black and white with men. She should have taken the hint when he was giving her those one-word answers. He had already lost interest in her like day 2 of their texting conversation. And mind you, for you to offer up, and listen, if you want to have a one-night stand, it's no judgment. Like, listen, okay, like, child, unless you're a virgin, we've all, all I'm saying is this: it's just desperate behavior to be offering to do X, Y, and Z with somebody that you just met 6 days ago. And then to get on a plane and pay your own way, that's desperation. There's something going on, and I need for it to stop. I'm tired. I'm tired of these stories of women going out sad over a man that did not like them. That's the worst part about it. This man did not even like you. A mess. Hey, thank you so much, Cub Star Mania, for the super chat. These chocolate braids on you, I live. Thank you. I just got out of the salon too a few hours ago. I was in the salon first thing in the morning. Thank you so much. Hey, Aisha, and thank you for the super chat. Oh wait, I read your comment. Yes, society is regressing. I agree. Hey, Rahina, thank you for the super chat. She was not prioritizing her kids. No, she was not. Hey, Jessica BW, thank you for the super chat. Lowering standards for a man makes men worse overall, in my opinion. We need to demand more of men. Agreed. I agree. As a collective, we've got to do better. It's just, I'm exhausted. I am exhausted. It's breaking my heart. Mental health is real. Love yourself. Have fun with your kids, yourself. Do anything but this. She couldn't find a young man who wants her between his booty cheeks in her own city. Apparently not, honey. Apparently not. Apparently not. She's probably scaring them away. It's sad, but most people date from their trauma and truly don't know right from wrong. Be smart. Exactly. I learned this the hard way. I'll never do it again. I never and will never do that again. Rejection does happen in life. Just learn how to take it well and keep it moving and focus on yourself. Learned my lesson. Well, I'm happy to hear that you learned your lesson. Demand more. Yes. Flying yourself out for all that is crazy. Exactly. Girls, let me just, can I just give you one piece of advice? When it comes to getting flown out, if there is no confirmation email in your mailbox, you're not going anywhere. Do not let a man trick you by saying, oh, if you book your ticket now, I'll reimburse you. No. He needs to either book the ticket or he needs to send you the money for the flight and you book it yourself. But if there is no money that has been sent for that flight, you do not book anything. Do you hear me? You don't book a hotel room. If you're doing that, he don't like you, because a man who likes you, you're not paying out of pocket. That was her third mistake, booking her own flight. And then did you guys see the story thickens, the plot thickens, because we have two other women coming to the forefront about how they also flew themselves out for this same man. It's like, y'all are all desperate. One girl got his name tattooed on her wrist. There's something in the water, and I need the girls to get help, because this isn't right. I feel like the girls are just losing themselves to desperation, and desperation always leads to destruction. You don't win with desperation. You don't. You always go out sad every single time. Yes, child. All the women booked their flights. All of the women booked their flights for this one man, and he's airing all them out on TikTok too. Yep, he told her he had his daughter to deter her, and she still flew herself out, shaking my damn head. Exactly. Baby, desperation has the girls in a chokehold. What is going on with this man, though? That's too many people with the same story, even though the women should have known better. I mean, honestly speaking, it's all on the girls. Because you know when a man has lost interest, and they should have known that. They all played themselves. They all played themselves. You know how a lot of these men do, especially he's younger than them in Atlanta. Did you honestly think that he would be truthful? Like, that's where the common sense has to kick in. Stop it, Brooke. It's the Lord's Day. I refuse to believe that man is this fine. I mean, you know who he looks like? He looks like King Von, because he's from Chicago too. So if you like that look, I mean, he's not an ugly guy. Like, he's cute, but it's just, I don't care how fine a man is. I'm not going out sad over a man. It doesn't matter how fine, how rich. I'm not desperate. I'm not thirsting over a man. I'm not chasing a man. I'm not approaching a man first. I'm not shooting my shot. If it's come down to that, then I've already lost. I'm not doing that. It doesn't matter if this man was a 20 out of 10, a 30, whatever. I don't care. It doesn't matter whatever your type is. I don't care if he is your type. You're not going out sad. You're not thirsting over a man like that. Period. Exactly. You should not even, I'm not doing all that. Exactly. Okay. Exactly. Yep. Then she's going to say she had a situationship with the rapper Boss Man D-Lo. Yeah. She's talking about, oh yeah, I have all these rappers on me. Da 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 da. Girl, you probably flew out to see him too. Stop. It's very embarrassing. All these women falling for his words and have stars in their eyes because apparently he got money. May I say, I've said this before. Stop focusing so much on a man being rich, because there are rich, stingy men. What you want is generosity. You want a man who has a generous heart, because he'll go to the ends of the earth to get you whatever you want, whatever you need. Okay. Because a man who's rich and stingy is damn near the same thing as a man who's broke. But a man who's generous, whatever he has, he will give you tenfold. That's what you want. He's gonna give. A generous man is gonna buy you the gifts with a smile on his face. But this guy is obviously he's a bit stingy because he didn't buy any of their tickets. He played all of them. So you don't want that. You want a generous man, a considerate man. Because somebody who's just rich, but they don't have any character, they're stingy. It's gonna be the same thing like being with somebody broke. Exactly. We love a generous man. Exactly. It is. Get that stinginess away from here. Well, yeah, she said that he was a scammer. She said he's a popular scammer. Next thing you know, you're calling 1-800-ICE. Yup. She was trying to eat his groceries, honey, and give him some of the. She was trying to turn him out with that throat spray, honey. She was trying to hit him with that. It's Sunday. Let me just stop. But yes, he was turned off by her thirstiness for sure. Hey, Noble B, thank you for the super chat. Brooke, I just joined the live. It's not even 8 p.m. yet. We're talking about eating groceries. Girl, what's going on? I'm talking about that desperate woman on TikTok who offered to eat that man's butt, leaving her 3 kids at home to hop on a plane, knowing that you have planes falling out the sky every damn day now, and she's risking her own life to eat a young man's groceries. Embarrassing. A hot mess. Oh, these super chats. Oh, y'all know the comments are everything. So, hey, so fresh and so clean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you for the super chat. That ninja lost interest as soon as he realized she's a whole catfish. She's not ugly, but she was a damn lie from the start. Oh, you think that she was a catfish? Now, she did use a heavy filter on her pictures. So even in the video, on TikTok, she had that heavy filter on. When they showed the pictures of her with no filter, she's still a beautiful girl, but she does look different. But she's a great body, sexy, chocolate, honey. Like, yes. But I do think that was a turnoff with the fact that she did look different, but still a pretty girl. But I think that she should have just been herself from jump. But he did lose interest because he even said he lost interest when they FaceTimed each other the second day and he saw how different she looked. Hey, Tori N, thank you for the super chat. All that over a man is crazy. Some of them don't even wipe. Exactly. That's how I know sexuality isn't a choice. Hey, Jocelyn, thank you for the super chat. Y'all have me screaming in here. No, I think she is a beautiful woman with or without a filter, but you cannot deny that she does look a bit different. She looks different with the filter on versus without a filter. And remember, some men would be able to get past that, but for whatever reason, he was unable to get past her without the filter. He was turned off by that, and he didn't like what he saw. And he even said, she's not an ugly girl. She's still cute, but she had a filter on. I expected her to look like that, and she did not. And that's his prerogative. I would go to the grave with this story. Why are you telling? Because people want attention. That's why. Brooke, you need a TV show for real. Oh, thank you so much. From your lips to God's ears. Mama always said ignorance can't be fixed, but stupidity is just forever. There was a clear disparity between her real face and the filter face, in addition to the desperation. Yes, I really honestly think that had she not been desperate, he would have overlooked the fact that she had the filter on. Because again, she's still a beautiful girl. But one more point. Remember, y'all, desperation not only lowers your stock, but it also makes you unattractive. Like you have to understand, a desperate energy is such a turnoff. People forget how good you look if you're desperate. I'm so serious. Please. All I'm going to say is you should never like a man more than he likes you. Okay. If you find yourself in that situation, take a beat, take a step back. If he seems really, cool and distant, you need to be the same and even more so. You should not be over him in terms of who likes who. It needs to be the other way around. That's a recipe for disaster when you like a man more than he likes you. You are setting yourself up for failure. And again, if you find yourself in that situation, abort mission, take a step back, and you might need to walk away because you're in a losing game. Yep, cut your losses. Exactly. I think the book, He's Just Not That Into You, should be required reading for women. I agree. Okay, y'all, honey, I had to apply my lip gloss again, honey, because desperation is not cute. It's not sexy. Stop being out here going out sad for these men. You look ridiculous. We got to get some tough love in here, because to have three beautiful women all on TikTok sharing their stories of how they flew themselves out and got played by the same man is very embarrassing. You said, I'm still mad about the throat spray and Listerine strips. Did she even pack a bag? No. Oh my gosh. Ciao. Oh my gosh. It's just, y'all, it's a mess out here. And then the saddest part was, not only are you offering to give him head, right? And eat his behind, he was so grossed out that he even said at one point, look at this freakazoid, like she's too freaked out. I'm like weirded out. That's embarrassing. And this is not, again, I'm not shaming anybody for, listen, we are all grown. It's great to have a healthy sexuality. There's no slut shaming over here. Okay. But there's a way to go about things, and to go off of that immediately, and he's not even feeling you like that. It's just, you just made yourself look like a fool. That's an L. He was not impressed by the sex talk at all. You came on way too strong. Just a mess. She was 31, he was 25. It's very embarrassing. All this for some guy she didn't even know, who didn't even like her. That's my point. That's my point. It's embarrassing. She overplayed her hand, exactly. But she just assumed that because, she's talking sex, that he would be interested. And he was so turned off that even the sex talk couldn't even get him off. He was just like, whoa, like, it was like, slow down. Oh gosh. Child. Yes, he exposed her. He exposed her through the text messages, because she got on her TikTok and tried to expose him. And then he said, oh no, Miss Mamas, let me get you together. Let me tell the truth about what actually happened. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. You hear about the girl crashing out over her gym crush? I sure did. Another thing. This young lady, I think she's in her early 20s. She goes to some gym with her gym crush. Baby, when I tell you, she built up a whole relationship in her mind with this man who did not want her. I can't even tell the story because it is so embarrassing. My thing is this. You need to be careful about what you share, especially when it comes to the L's that you take. If you're going to be desperate for a man, don't come on the internet and tell the internet. The internet is cruel. Also, that's not a good look. If you want to be in a relationship, if you want to date, that's not a good look for potential guys or girls. Equal opportunity. I know a lot of y'all, everybody's not straight. I'm aware of that. So I want to make it inclusive for everybody. But what if you're into men, women, both, whatever you're into, you don't want future partners to see that you were desperate over somebody who didn't even want you. That's going to turn them off from wanting you. It's just not a good look. Keep some things to yourself. There's nothing wrong with getting a journal, please. It's just a mess. That girl was delusional. She was very delusional. We need to put more funding back into mental health services. It's clear as day that a lot of folks need to get something sorted out with a therapist and not run to social media. I agree. Black women should not be recording their L's and putting it on the internet. Yep. Thank you. And that's another factor. Both of these women are Black. The woman at the gym and this woman from Jersey trying to fly out to eat some stranger man's behind. These are both Black women taking L's. Black women go through enough. As a collective, we need to just raise the vibration. And it just makes me sad on so many levels. It's not a good look. I'm not saying that you cannot be a sexual person and express that. You absolutely can, but there's a way to do that. And it's not by being desperate over a man who doesn't want you. Yes, thank you for this point. Exactly. She'll attract predatory men, showing how desperate she is on the internet. Exactly. There'll always be more fish in the sea. Good God, I agree. No, it's really sad. Y'all, please, whatever your orientation is, again, I'm aware, I don't want to exclude anybody. That's why I said equal opportunity. Gay, straight, bisexual, pansexual, whatever you are, please do not be desperate for somebody. Please, okay? That's all I ask. Don't. There's nothing good that comes from desperation. So please. It's a horrible look. As a married woman in her 50s, if a man wants you, he will not ask you to pay for anything, point blank, period. Thank you for saying this, because I think that a lot of people need to hear this. That's what my parents always taught me, especially my dad. So thank you for reiterating this. Oh my gosh, throat spray and Listerine strips, and her damn kid's probably home with a sore throat and bad breath. I'm screaming. Oh my gosh. I'm screaming. You see how women will neglect their kid for a man? A mess. This is craziness. Women, slow down, please, for real. But I say this for everybody. I'm not familiar with, how gay dating works, but, for my gay subscribers, please do not be desperate. It's a turn off. Don't. For everybody, say no to desperation. Desperation leads to destruction, please. Since the success of the Risa Tisa story, I feel like more people are running to social media for a chance to go viral. Yeah, they are. And I think that because with Risa Tisa, she got a book deal, she's getting a show deal, she bought her own home. She was flown out to Paris and London. People think that, I can become a millionaire by telling my sob story. But I'm telling you right now, for every Risa Tisa who makes it unexpectedly, there are thousands of other people who told their story for nothing. Now they're a laughing stock and they're embarrassed. It's not worth it. Keep your L's to yourself. Hey, Brooke, it was cool seeing you with Kempire and Richie today. Oh yeah, I was in the live chat. I was in Kempire and DJ Richie Sky's live chat earlier. That was so much fun. It seems like desperation for dick, not a stable relationship. Yeah, I think, it is. It's a lot of, it's both. It's both. I don't understand it. I don't. I'm confused. Yes, Risa was lightning in a bottle. I agree. It's very embarrassing. And get off the internet if you crash out easily. Oh, agreed. Didn't Trina, Kaya, Megan, etc. teach these girls anything? They weren't listening. Nobody was paying attention, obviously, because the way the girls are paying for men, the way the girls are flying themselves out, the way the girls are already offering up their throats and everything else to a stranger is beyond me. Brooke, just imagine a guy you're talking to airs you out like that. That can happen. This can happen to anybody. Well, no. Um, you couldn't air me out because I'm not desperate. I'm not doing things like this. And also, if somebody tried to air me out because we dated or slept together, that just shows that you're a weirdo because I'm not going to be shamed for being with somebody and sleeping with them. You know what I'm saying? So in that regard, it would be like, okay, well, that man is the weirdo, but I'm not desperate. I don't approach men. I'm not thirsting over men. So nobody could air me out respectfully. You know, I'm not offering strange men. You know, like I'm not sitting up here paying my own way. I'm not there's like nothing on me. If you get what I'm saying, like anything that I do with a man, like it was we were dating in a relationship. I'm not going to be shamed for being grown and doing what I want to do. You know what so I couldn't be aired out. I'm just saying, like I couldn't be aired out. If what I'm going to be aired out because I slept with somebody. Like I just like I couldn't be aired out. I'm not desperate. I don't crash out over men. I'm not paying. I don't pay men's way. Respectfully, there's no man who could say anything about me. Like I wouldn't be at risk for this. If you are desperate for men and you're paying for men, you're buying men things, you're doing what this girl did, then yeah, you might have to worry about the man airing you out. But you know, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I couldn't. The concept of somebody airing me out is just foreign because you can't shame me for being in a relationship and doing grown folks things that I like, you know, like, well, you're gonna air me out. Like, I just, but offering me talking sexual with somebody that I'm dating is different than me throwing myself at somebody who doesn't want, like, there's a difference. So yes, very much. Yeah, very much so. Immune to it. I don't suffer from being a pick me. So nobody can air me out. Like respectfully. And I'm not, listen, I know they always say, never say never, but respectfully, certain things, unless I'm drugged, somebody has, something to my head, you could just take me out because I'm just not going out like that. So yes, respectfully, it couldn't be me. Yes, you won't catch me in text messages pining after a disinterested man. Exactly. The minute I get a whiff of, attention is waning, interest is waning, shout out to everybody, I have fun. Like, I'm out. Baby, I have too much pride. What if there's a Listerine bottle to my head? Well, then it might be a Brazzers moment, honey. I don't know. I'm joking. Oh my gosh. Like, that's why I always say if anybody ever tried to blackmail me or, I do think about that, having a public platform, I do think about, some crazy guy. I mean, I've been lucky with, no nuts over here. No crazy weirdos over here, thank God. But I'm just saying that if somebody ever tried to like expose me, you're not exposing anything. So oh gosh. Y'all have me screaming. Remember those Orbit gum commercials? Dirty mouth, clean it up. I'm screaming. Yes, it's true. When you know better and know the nature of men, you could never be a pick me. No, it's very true. It's very true. When you know how, no, I'm screaming. You said no nuts. Oh my gosh, you guys are funny. No, but y'all, this desperation has got to cease. There's something in the water. Girls, do not ever go out sad for a man. If you are currently going through something with a man who has moved on, block him right now. Pick up your pride and your self-esteem and move on to somebody else. You're too good for that. You are too good for, and that goes for everybody of any orientation, every gender. Stop. If somebody does not want you, let them go. Don't beg them. Don't be blowing up their phone. Don't offer throat spray and Listerine strips. They don't want you. See yourself out the door. But this desperation has become an epidemic and it's just got to cease. Oh, yes. Wow, you said Miss Grocery Bandit should have said no buts. Yes, and y'all stop paying for men because that's another trend I'm noticing. Well, a lot of these girls are paying men's way. It's got to stop. Don't you feel weird? You know it's not right. If that's you, and you don't have to tell your business in the chat, but if that's you, stop this right now. It is not of the Lord. Stop paying a man's way. It's not right. Please stop. Yes, my ego would never put me in that situation. Same here. Child. You can't give someone more of what they already don't want. That's a word on this good Sunday evening. Oh, y'all are so funny. Please, y'all. Just, yes. No, I'm literally, y'all, please. It's time to get some help. It's time for this to cease. This behavior is alarming. I'm sure by next week, there will be another TikTok story of another desperado who tried to pay a man's way or sex him real good, and he does not want her. But, oh, and did you see, before I close out, did you see how old girl, she made a TikTok video saying she's the new Risa Tisa? And then she also said she went to her local Walgreens and had the nerve to say that her story is the reason why all the throat spray and Listerine strips are sold out because of her. I said, baby, you do know that we are in the dead of winter and we are in the New York, New Jersey. Okay, she's in Jersey, I'm in New York, but in the tri-state area, it has been freezing cold. People are buying throat spray because they're getting sick, you clown, not because of your influence. Like, she's delusional. It's a mess. Yes, go see all the ladies. No, for real. If you are attempting to pay for a man and buy him gifts and pay his bills, you need psychiatric evaluation, and I will refer you to all of the ladies, okay? And I will give you all of my BetterHelp codes because something is wrong. Something's wrong. At 31, this is her mentality. Good luck, Charlie. Yes, girl, get some help. It's flu season. It's been winter storms to the East Coast. What the F is she talking about? She's very delusional. She was in the aisle saying, oh yeah, I'm the reason why all the throat spray has been sold out. I said, girl, again, you really need to see somebody because you are so proud of clown behavior. Oh my gosh. Child, what are we going to do, honey? We need to put an end to this. This desperation has got to cease. Maybe I'm just an old married hoe, but since when do we need throat spray? We did not suck. Oh my gosh. You said we did not suck it like that back in the day. That is so weak. Oh my gosh. Baby, y'all, you have me in tears tonight. Y'all have me in tears tonight. Y'all said honk the horn on them, Adrian. Yes, honey. Adrian, let us know, honey. You said that's some new age mess. Oh my gosh. Child. Hey, Jocelyn. Hey, Jocelyn. Thank you for the super chat. The FBI couldn't get that info out of me. Listen, I would take that to the grave. Hey, Rahina. Thank you for the super chat. I feel like the man has to love you more. I agree. Hey, Nerva. Hey, Nerva Rock. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Baby, y'all have me in tears tonight. Okay. Yes, honey. Adrian said she's going to show us how she got the ring and did not need to use no throat spray. Oh, damn. You used to call her jawbone. Oh, wow. Y'all are on one tonight. Please. Ciao. Y'all want my live to get shut down, don't you? More like jawbreaker. Damn. Oh, but I will say on Twitter, you have some of the desperados on Twitter. Baby, the girls were having a throat Olympics on Twitter. I said, oh my gosh. I said, y'all just do anything for the attention of men. We get it. Oh my gosh. I said, this is just clownery at its finest. Yes. Yes. Yes, honey. Oh, honey, the readers are in the chat tonight. I have the best. I have the best subscribers. Y'all are the best. Oh, yes, honey. They had a full-on throw Olympics on Twitter. I said, okay, we get it. Y'all are the best. My thing is, I just don't know why you're bragging about how good your throat is, but the bills are still backed up. Your rent is still late. You can't even get a 5-piece from Popeyes, but yet you want to brag about how your throat is the best out of everybody. It's like, make it make sense. Y'all can't even get a bill pay. Like, I just don't understand. I just don't get it. Child. Oh my goodness. Can't even get a Wendy's 4 for $4, okay? And why are you telling us about your throat like we care? Exactly. Because it's pick-me's, honey. The girls are out here being pick-me's, letting us know that. Child, my gosh. Girl, not even a text back. Oh, Lord have mercy. Child, a mess. Okay, let's talk about that. They don't even know that the real thrill for men is to get independent women to become submissive pick-me's. Exactly. Not 1 acre in their name. Baby, not an acre. Can't even get their phone bill paid. T-Mobile's backed up, but yet you showing us on the timeline. Okay. I said, all right. I know. Okay, so all of y'all, I know all the silent watchers. I know all y'all prude, all the prude folks, all the saved and sanctified folks. I know you probably are getting a good laugh out of this chat right now, honey. I told you that it was going to be X-rated. We're going to be talking about the things. Baby, you said not even a +1, can't even get a $5 foot long. Well, they have a free foot long. They got a free foot long down their throat anyhow, but they can't get a real foot long from Subway. A mess. You said they done either left or laughing in silence, or they're writing some notes down for their next move. And I'm keeping it PG-13 only because YouTube gets real weird. But if I could really talk the way I really talk in real life, this would be a lot more this would be a lot more X-rated than what it is. Oh my gosh, you leaving with an empty stomach, child, a mess. Oh my gosh, child. Oh, you said get a Patreon. Oh, okay, I really might have to, because to really just talk, like talk. I don't have to censor myself. We can just say it. Oh my Lord. But yeah, guys, if you have not seen the TikTok videos of this young lady flying herself out on her own dime to eat this young man's groceries, please go on TikTok right now and watch the whole 20-part saga, because it is just pure foolishness. Get some snacks, get some drinks, because you will be entertained and you will have embarrassment, secondhand embarrassment over the desperation. Hey, Paulette, thank you for the super chat. My ex bought me a used Range Rover and I dumped him quickly after I got my career going. I know that's right. Teach the girls how to do it, honey. They can't get anything. They can't even get a sandwich. Oh my gosh. What's it called? If you just type in, she's getting blasted all over TikTok. If you go on TikTok and just type in throat spray Atlanta girl, the whole thing comes up. I know. She flew out on Spirit. I said, girl, child. Oh, and by the way, the Uber drivers are talking about how desperate y'all are, because there's an Uber driver who goes viral on TikTok, and he told a story about how he picked up this guy who left this girl's house. The girl called the man who she just slept with. She called him an $80 Uber. And the whole time that he's in the car, he's talking badly about her, how her breath stink. She's not that cute, but he got one off, and he was on his way to another woman's house who he actually liked. So these Uber drivers are clocking how desperate y'all are. Y'all are paying for Ubers for men. Y'all need to really get it together, because the low self-esteem is crazy. It's embarrassing. And the Uber driver is laughing at you, telling the whole story about how desperate you are. He's like, girl, if your name is so and so, and you pay for this guy's Uber, he was talking about you and how he don't even like you like that, and he didn't even want to stay over, but he just did it because you wouldn't leave him alone. And he's on his way to somebody else's house, and he even got her pregnant. A hot mess. Child, we have got to get back to self-esteem, okay? Let's get back to the root, self-esteem. And if you ever feel like you have desperate behaviors, you can email me and I will help you. I will say, stop, block that man, go on to somebody else who wants you. I will hold your hand through the process, because I am really getting exhausted by watching women of all ages go out sad. And the saddest part is not only do these men not like you, they detest you. They find like they're imagine you slept with a man and he thinks that you're not even cute. And on top of that, he's talking about how desperate you are and how you gave him money. He's laughing at you. I need the women to get it together. Everybody, we need to tighten up. If you are out here having sex, you need to tighten up. It's just no time for games anymore. We're living in perilous times. It's time for us to tighten up. Leave this desperation at the door. It's got to stop. Please. Please, y'all. I will whack you. You could just email me and I will whack you into some sense and self-esteem. Please. Ciao. But yeah, guys, I know I kept you guys on for a long time. I'm gonna get ready for Potomac in 5 minutes, so I will see you guys later. But we'll talk. We'll have another chat during the week. Okay, we'll talk more about this later. Okay, but I hope you guys have fun. I enjoyed. I hope y'all enjoy. Thank you all for the super chats. Thank you to the moderators. Thank you all for the amazing commentary. This live was good and lit. Okay. Yeah, and let me know what the throat spray aisle in your local CVS or Walgreens looks like. Is it empty? Love you guys. Have a good night.